Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. It's the Numerological session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. See, because usually you can have a coinciding good number with each other, but then the signs don't work together. You can have coinciding good numbers that works together, but the signs don't work out. So that's when the compromise has to come in every relationship. And it's so important for me to help people. That's what it's all about for me. If you get to go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, that's my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. I really want to help people. I got to big up a sister that called me about her son, and I was able to influence and give her some information on how to deal with her son from a mathematical perspective. And then I advised her to read Jawanza Kunjufi's book. Then I advised her to read Umar Johnson's book. Then I advised her to study people like Francis Cresswellson, because those, by all means, numerology is only part of the puzzle. It's just there to help. It's like the GPS in your car. If you punch in the right number with me, I will give you the right guidance, because the creator gave it into me to give it to you. And it's not something that it's not something that we all can't learn. You can learn it for yourself wherever you are, or any place in the world, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. You can learn this. Mathematics is like the Nation of Islam used to say, and the 5% used to say, mathematics is Islam. Islam is mathematics. Always stand true. Mathematics is life. And that's just a part of life. But if you don't use your mat properly, then you're destined to keep yourself down. That's why I said on Sonetta TV show on Saturday, the two most important days of your life is the day you was born and the day you find out why you were born. Mathematics, astrology, and numerology is there to help you find out why you were born. That's all we there to do, help you. They have people that have done it for negativity. I have a book written by a guy that used to work at NASA. His name is Michael Brill. This is numerology for decoding behavior. He used to work for NASA. Now, what the hell is a numerologist working at NASA for? Think about this. They use our sciences. They use our stuff. And at one time, a friend of mine who used to run the Akan Nation here named Kamati Denizulu, may he rest in peace, those who know him, he told me that they used to send the CIA and FBI to come and study the Akan because one thing about America, they want to study all of the world power so they can stay in power. They want to study all of the powers so they can stay in power. That's why if you watch that movie back in the day, Serpent and the Rainbow, they was in Haiti trying to get some stuff. They've been always wanting to get to Haiti to learn the voodoo and all that. That's what they do. So they can keep all of this power so they can stay in power. So why not study the stuff that threw them off of power? Voodoo destroyed the French back in the day. So those are our sciences that we have to get back into. We have to get into that magic. We got to get into what Omar was saying on KTL radio. We got to get back into that for real, for real. And stay in your religion. If you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, if you're stay right there. Because Khalid back in the day, may he rest in peace, said, look, we don't want you to come to the nation of Islam. We want everybody to be able to join the nation, but you can stay in your place and infiltrate that with the knowledge. That's what it's all about with me, with numerology. So once again, that young lady that called me and I helped her with her son and how to handle her son, I help my own children with the same thing. They call me for relationships. So my PowerPoint is going to be a nice, simple, I keep it simple because like I said, numbers are simple, people are complicated. You can get it on Amazon and Kindle right now by King Simon. It's only $14.99, and it's not really about how much I know in that book because I kept it simple and then I gave you the references in the back, but it's how much I care about people, how much I really care about me. Like if Sonetta is having headaches, I will tell him what he has to do because he's an Aries and that rules his head. He has to deal with certain headaches. But but you have to deal with it. And you have throat. Sometimes you have throat issues because you're number 6. Number 6 rules the throat and congestion. So I have to deal. So when we deal with the health, when we come back and deal with the health, we'll get into the health because I got the health down packed with that stuff. And I would tell him what he has to do. It's up to Sonetta after you tell him and advise that person. It's up to him to do the work to heal himself.
Well, I get headaches, man. What you got for that? I be getting headaches.
Well, that deals with circulation, brother. So obviously you have to learn how to unclog your circulatory system that leads to the head. Because remember, you need the blood and air. So obviously you should get a checkup, a MIR, they call it. Check it up. Just get the diagnosis and then present it to people like Dr. Sebi. Present it to people like Dr. Africa so they can do it naturally to help remove it naturally. Don't let them tap into your head because you know what they're going to do after that. So I'm not a doctor. And believe me, I put a disclaimer in my book. I tell people in my book, I said the author disclaims all liabilities caused by direct or indirect use or misuse of the information in this book. None of the information is meant to take the place of an accredited licensed medical health practitioner. None of it. I'm just there to help guide you to understand that you have to look out for these things. That's all you have to do. Prevention is better than cure. That's what my Jamaican grandmother used to say. Prevention is better than cure. And it's real. I had a grandfather live to 104 years old. He didn't come to America, but my grandparents came here. My grandmothers came here and died at 77. Both of them died at the same age, 77, with pills and all that kind of stuff around it. We got to get back to our health. And we're going to talk about that another time. But I'm just happy that my brother Sonetta invited me. And we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to touch on.
Let's go get it.
Woo! Let's have some fun. Let's get some water. Got a big old Queen of Four, too. Queen! Love you, girl. Queen of Four got a detox thing coming up, and I'll be there March 19th at the Kalahari Gallery, 1103. I'll be doing numerology of health and all that kind of stuff. So big her up. Give her a call if you can. She's our beautiful queen mother, 718-221-HEAL. That's 221-HEAL. So make sure you call Queen of Four. That's 718-221-HEAL. And remember my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Big up to Ali Muhammad. I was here when he was there. Big up to the whole Amen Ra squad. Y'all was going in. Look, y'all was coming in. That's Sister Dr. Ma'at. I got to meet her. I seen her on stage, but I never got to meet her. So enough respect to you, the sister warrior, man. And all you sisters and brothers that are doing the work, enough respect to you. You ready for me?
I'm ready. We all.
All right. First I say, Hotep, Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, peace, and Irie to the whole.
Just turn that light off right there. Twist it out
right here. All right, no problem. That's it?
Okay.
Okay.
A little better.
It's better? Okay. Good. I think it's just from the window. That's it. All right. So to all the carbon melanated family, enough respect to you. You know we on Sa-Netta TV. That's my family. Gotta big him up all the time. First and foremost, what we're gonna do here with the new King Simon Productions and publication, want to let you know this is my book in its making. I started with doing that stuff, writing it in book form, in paper, and then it came out in the white form, and now it's in that blue form. So make sure you get that book. It is now on Amazon and Kindle under Dr. Africa's new publishing company called Charles Childs Publishing. So Dr. Africa has a new publishing company that if you have a book in mind, a conscious book, a health book, whatever you got, make sure it's positive though. That's what Dr. Africa is all about. Make sure you go to his website, drlailaafrica.com, or go to his publishing company, Charles Childs Publishing. He'll get it in Amazon, he'll get it in libraries, he'll get it in bookstores. That's what he does for you, and you get your residuals every 6 months, and that's how he works. All right. So Dr. Africa, big up to him. He's coming to town April 24th. Now, first, what is numerology? From these numbers 0 through 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, every one of them have a meaning. What we're going to do, the word occult simply means mystery or my story, our story. It's just etymology, just they changed the vowels. That's how they mess us up. In the language is how they got us caught up out there.
This game, you're not ready for.
Now, according to the dictionary of the occult, a system of divination and occult practice based on the idea that the universe is mathematically constructed and that all things can be expressed in numbers, which corresponds to the vibrations, because all letters, words, names, birthdays, and so on can be expressed in numbers, which in turn are ascribed complex religious and mystical meanings. A person's life, personality, and destiny life path can be determined. According to Lloyd Strayhorn in his book, Numbers and You, numerology is the occult study of numbers. Numerology is truly a universal science that goes beyond the scope of limited thinking. Goes beyond, listen to what he's saying, goes beyond the scope of limited thinking. That means you have, just like you got to come to the debate with an open mind, you have to come to numerology and astrology with an open mind. It's all about, that's what you have to do. Going back to the board right now, according to Harish Jahari, a practitioner from India, numerology uses numbers as a key to human behavior. It is an easy to learn method that exercises the mind's intuitive faculty to fathom the depth of human personality. So when me and Brother Lloyd teaches a class, or when Lloyd teaches a class, he usually tell you to take it to yourself. Take it upon yourself, like I've done. I've taken it upon myself and be able to dish it out the way you're supposed to, from like a hip hop level. I put it on. I can drop it. I won't drop it old school, but I drop it new school, and that's how I drop it with numerology, because I let people know, and I have all the names of different artists from Beyonce, everybody. They break down in my little book, not my book, but my paperwork, as I'm coming out with my new book on relationship. And I'm going to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship. I'm going to talk about Kanye and his wife's relationship in my book, just by reading their numbers. My next relationship book is called Numbers Are You, but relationships can be complicated. Numbers are simple, but relationships can be complicated. But moving on back to the PowerPoint, boom. What is astrologics or astrology? According to the dictionary of the occult, study of the influences of the celestial bodies on the earth and its inhabitants. Astrology appears to be one of the most ancient of the surviving occult sciences, and evidence of a highly sophisticated system in the Babylonian and Egyptian cultures has survived. According to the Complete Astrologer, that's an old book from 1975 that I have, the old dirty book too, man. Astrology is at once a science and an art. The mechanics of its science as well as the techniques of its art must both be understood if you are to become skilled in understanding and interpreting the influences of the heavenly bodies on yourself and mankind. Another note, according to my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, astronomy, astrology, numerology, and other ancient knowledge and wisdom have been demonized, called occultism, and other crazy labels to mislead the masses from using these ancient ways to obtain true knowledge of self. Now, Sonetta, check this out. A lot of us talk about know thyself. We got to know ourselves. And numerology and astrology is just one way of knowing yourself, just like a DNA test. That's all it is. It's one way of knowing yourself, just like a DNA test. And that's what we're trying to show, that when you use that type of mathematics, I sometimes call it intuitive mathematics, because sometimes when I'm reading, I just don't deal with the basic meaning of the numbers, but I read what's going on with the person intuitively, because spirit and spirit connect sometimes. We connect as brothers and sisters sometimes. So we got to learn how to use it. So when we deal with the astrology chart, an astrological chart, which is also a factor, we try to show what's going on. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which are fire signs, but it's also Aries is connected to the 9, the number 9. Leo's connected to 1 and 4. Sagittarius connected to the 3, the number 3. So you know the dynamics of the sign, the zodiac, and the number, and its comparison and how they're connected. Number 2, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus is connected to the number 6. Virgo's connected to the number 5. Capricorn, number 8. Those are earth signs. Number 3, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini is connected to the number 5. Libra is connected to the number 6. Aquarius is connected to the number 4 and 1, and those are air signs. Here we have our water signs, the Cancers. You know the deal, Cancer. 2 and 7 is with the Cancer. Scorpio, another number 9, like the Aries, on another level, on another side of the scope. That's how that works. Pisces, on another side of the scope of Sagittarius, water sign and a fire sign, water sign and a fire sign. It's very interesting. I'm going to speak about that momentarily. Also, 1, 3, and 9 are fire numbers. 6 and 8 are earth numbers. 4 and 5 are air numbers. And 2 and 7 are water numbers. And 0 is ether. Now, why I say 0 is ether? Because in numerology, 0 is sometimes in certain numbers under these people, Europeans, they seem to try to say that 0 is not a number. But yet, in the binary system of the computer, they have 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. 0 is feminine. 1 is masculine. They need the balance of the two in the binary system. That's what I'm trying to tell people. The ether means that all numbers come out of 0, because 0 in esoteric knowledge back in the day represented the universe with a dot in the middle if you look back into time. So 0 is the womb that all of those numbers came out of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we can't negate the 0. So why did they remove the 0 and say it's not tangible, it's not real? That's not real, quote unquote. They know better. So they try to hide in the midst of the 0 and try to say that 0 don't exist. Check this one out. We must learn to strengthen our strengths and manage our weaknesses, and through the ancient ancestral science we can. Each number, each sign has its strengths and its weaknesses. What we as astrologers and numerologists try to do is help to strengthen your strength and try to manage and control your weaknesses. Just like they could say the number 9 can be anger driven. Aries can be turned up. When you get an Aries anger, it's like bringing war, because that's connected to the Mars energy. Yeah, they will fight. One thing about Aries and the number 9, they will fight for their rights. They will fight to the end, till their death, and they will kill you for it. That's a number 9 or Aries. That's the energy. But on the other side of Aries, there's a Scorpion that deals with passion. But on the other side of Aries, there's a love side that deals with universal love and universal order. That's the other side of war. So we got to understand why we're in the 2016 year, the number 9. Look out for what's going to happen as far if we don't maintain a mentality of love amongst one another, then they'll be able to infiltrate with their war type attitudes, like the police and war across the seas, or war bringing the military over here, because 9 rules military. The 9 rules war. That's the Mars energy. All right. So let's get in. Note, your health is also connected to the above info. Why? Because 9, let's say we're dealing with somebody that's born under the number 9, brothers and sisters. 9 in health, that means you should stay away from spicy food. Avoid all spicy food that can cause problems to your system. Also, be careful of knives, guns, weapons, fires, and all different types of things. When a 9, usually people that's born under 9 usually end up joining the military or sometimes joining the police on one end. But some of them, because like Sanetta is an Aries, he would be a great general. Because most generals that are strong and powerful, the Aries rule that number over those generals. But because he has a 6 that balances him out, 6 is a loving number from the Taurus energy. The 6 is the middle number of all the numbers, and it represents Ma'at. So that's the balance that he has that probably kept him out of the military. So he wouldn't have to do that stuff. He loves his people. He loves his family. Yes, sir.
You're definitely right on the 9.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You're definitely right on the number 9 because that's what they told me. Stay away from spicy food. So when you said that, I looked up at you like, oh shit. You just talked about the spicy food, and I can't eat spicy food. I gotta stay away from that, man.
Man, you've been loving it all. You've been loving it all your life. You can't do it, brother. It'll mess you up. Let's go to the next one. You can't do it. And we love Sanetta. He needs to be around for a long time doing this work. Now, ancient and modern system. This is the ancient system of numerology through the Chaldeans. Now, the Chaldeans, according to many studies, is from Sumeria throughout the Kemet. Those are all family. Those are black people, people of darker hue, the Chaldeans. This is their number chart. If you notice, it only goes up to 8. Now, according to most numerologists that have studied deeper than that, it says the Chaldeans knew about the number 9, but they kept away from the number 9 because 9 was only used when they needed to use it because 9 was such a highly powerful number, and they didn't want to put, and anytime 9 came about, there were certain dangers that came with 9. So you had to be careful of using 9. So the Chaldeans didn't use the 9, but for certain rituals and certain things that they had to do. But Pythagoras, when he came and started studying under everybody, he found the 9 and put it in his system, which this is the most used system in the Western Hemisphere. This is more harder than the Pythagorean system is easier because you can count that on your hand and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just keep on counting all the way up to 9. It's very easy to do that. So Chaldea is harder to learn. The Chaldean numerology, which is our ancient numerology, is harder to learn than the modern. And usually I suggest people to use both of them until they get used to the Chaldean, especially our people. Get used to the Chaldean because the Chaldean, as far as names and words, is most accurate. I don't care if you came with a nickname. If you thought about that nickname, Chaldean numerology would more than likely bring out the essence and your motivation and your expression out of that nickname because you thought of it and it's connected to you in some way. Now, that's the cover of my book, of course. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Those born on the number 1, those are called fire signs or fire numbers. Those born on the 1st, the 10th, or the 19th, or the 28th of any month. Pay attention, people. The lesser of you, that means the number 1s born on that number 1 energy can be stubborn, domineering, selfish, demanding, depressed, egotistical, cold, unfeeling, tactless, hypersensitive, laziness, fear. See, those are the negative you that we try to tell you to manage and try to stay away from that. But the positive, the greater of you, is that you could be a leader, the leadership, intelligence, courage, pride, independent, inventive, creative, organized, original, positive, and determined, and authoritative. That's the energy of the lesser energy, the negative energy of the number 1, and the powerful positive energy of the number 2. So like I said, numerologists are here to help you manage your weakness, which is the lesser you, and help to strengthen your strength, which is the greater you. See, you know, brother Polite is born on the 10th. He exudes leadership, intelligence, courageousness, and pride. And of course, he can be stubborn and domineering and selfish at times. Yes, but we got to learn to manage these type of things. There's much more, but I couldn't put all of them on the board.
No.
Yes, sir.
He's a Leo.
Yeah, we're going to touch that.
Polite is a Leo.
Yeah, Leo lion. That's right. That's
Umar is a Leo. Them motherfuckers is crazy.
Those are lions. Those are fire signs. Those are lions. And actually, that Leo is ruled by the 1 and the 4. So 1 goes first and then the 4 comes. So that one mentality is all in them as far as a Leo. But Umar Johnson born August 21st. So I'll break down his number 3 in a moment. But for business, those that are born on the number 1, these are the people you could deal with business and marriage. For business, you could deal with the 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, and 9. For marriage, you could deal with the 2, 4, 7, and 9. For romance, you could deal with the 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8. And I have them underlined. I have 6 and 8 underlined for a reason. Because in numerology, it says in numerology, 8 and 6 is really a challenge number for a number 1. 8 and 6 is really a challenge number for number 1. In harmony, those people that are born in April, August, and February are the ones that usually get along with the number 1. The challenges, like I said, is the 6 and the 8. And those born in January, May, and October are also can be challenging to a number 1. So you don't see 6 for business, but what happened is what makes Polite and Sonetta work together, although one is a 1 and one is a 6, is because one is a Leo, one is an Aries, 2 fire signs. But yet,
Me and Polite bump heads off.
y'all bump. See, that's why I say.
People don't know, but me and Polite go at it.
But that's why I say you're a challenge. You're a challenge to both of us because 6 challenge you, and you can either challenge them for the better or for the worse. Right. That's up to you. You're the one that put out all those challenges against them. Him against the Hebrew, him against Seti. You're the ones that made that happen. Right. So either that person can challenge you for the good or the best. Those born on the 6 and the 8, especially towards the number 1, and vice versa for the 6. But we're gonna get into that now. We're gonna get into number 2. Those born under that water number 2. Those that are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th of any month. Your lesser you, your less greatest you is being shy, depressed, uninterested, wishy-washy, indecisive, oversensitive, discontent, deceptive, petty, cruel, and insincere. That is the lesser, the negative of the number 2. Those born under those numbers, the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of any month. The greater of you is that you use your intuition, that you're patient, you're tolerant, you're cooperative, peaceful, agreeable, reliable, considerate, sympathetic, diplomatic, charming, graceful, and forgiving. That is what the greatness of the number 2 is. Like his wife, she got that, but there's times when she can be indecisive. She don't know what. You have to lead that. You have to lead that. You know what I'm saying? Bipolar. Like Dr. Africa said.
You can't always plan when you'll need a gun. Rational gun owners carry not because it's a weapon, but because it's
Dr. Africa said we all bipolar, so but she bounds. You can see she can be wishy-washy sometimes, and that's just what it is. I'm just saying that's what it is. It's all in the mathematics, man. This is ours, man. We got to use it for our family. For business, 2s can deal with 1, 2, sometimes 4, 6, definitely 6 because 6 and 2 get along in harmony. 7, 8, 9 for marriage. 1, 4, 6, 7. That's why y'all are married. That 2 can marry that 6. And romance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. I didn't put 6 there because once the 6 and 2 get together, they ain't gonna be just romance and then leaving. They want that ring. They want that ring. That's why you had to buy another one for her. Stop playing. And harmony with those born in March, May, July, August, and October. The challenge for number 2 is usually people born on the 9 and the 8, and those born in the months of January, April, and November. Those are some of the challenges. Now, depending on your names, I'm talking about birthdays right now, people, but depending on the name, your name can change a whole lot of dynamics to your birth number also, because your name might have multiple 2s or might add up to a 2, might add up to a 9 or a 6 and 8. I read names, I read birthdays. That's what we do. See, that's the difference between astrology and numerology. We also read the names and show you that the name could offset the energy of your birth. Like if a person is shy under number 2, and she born on the 2nd of the month, and her name add up to a number 9 where she's more fierce and you see her fierce because there's one part of her that she got to get into the war attitude, and there's another part of her when there's times she'll be docile and shy, but only to those who she care about and only that she loves. She'll shut down. But if you understand the numbers and understand the dynamics of all those numbers that's in that circle, that 0 right there, you will understand people much more better, and you can avoid a lot of problems with dealing with people. That's why certain people I don't mess with, certain people I don't work business with, and there's no disrespect to you. It's just that I know when I need to work to you. Like I'm in my number 3 year, and I know this is a good year to work with Sonetta. I know this is a good year to work because 3 get along with 6. I don't play with this.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I know when it's on. I know that. And we've been working and putting it in.
Me and Shaka don't get along.
Man, when is his birthday? Oh, yeah, please tell me his Shaka birthday. I need.
We always challenge
Yeah, bucking heads, right? Shaka and something else.
We bump heads and we stop seeing each other.
I can't wait to find out his birthday. Once I find out his birthday, it's over. All right, the number 3s. People born on that 3, that fire number of 3, which is also a Jupiter energy. Those born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th of the month. 21st, like I told you, Umar Johnson, our brother, is born on the 21st. So he's born August 21st, and so is Usain Bolt, born August 21st. Really, real interested. I broke that down in another lecture too about those two. Now, the lesser of you, that means number 3s, you can be scattered, insecure, vain, egotistical, fickle, wasteful, critical, domineering, promiscuous, lackadaisical, worrying, whining, jealous, intolerance, and over-exaggerating. Now, we know that our man Tahuti was born on the 30th. We know that Inky's born on the 30th. We know that we know a few people born on the 30th. Now read the negative of them, but check out the positive of them. Expressive, popular, friendly, talented, passionate, sexual, artistic, fashionable, sociable, enthusiastic, creative, versatile, romantic, charming, cheerful. That is that positive of the number 3. But they need to write. They need to let it out. You can't hold it in. You got to let it out if you're born under that number. You got to let it out. You can't hold it in, because if you hold it in, it will hurt you. Literally hurt a number 3 if they hold in their expression. For business, 3 should deal with other number 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, and 9s. For marriage, 3 should marry 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Some 5 is, I have 5 and 4 as underlined because they can be problems. For romance, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 9. In harmony, people born in the month of March, December, April, November, and May. Those are good people for you. And challenges are the ones born under the 5, 4, and 1. And those that are born in February, June, August, and September. Now, what is so funny, we talked about our brother Inky. Now, brother Inky is born June 30th. Which is interesting because June is a contradiction is a challenge to his very number. So sometimes he could be a walking contradiction, which is very interesting because he's a Cancer. I'm gonna get you, darling. I'm a Cancer. We're gonna drop it. Cancer, he's a Cancer water sign with a fire number. So fire and water is clashing with each other. Sometimes it can be a contradiction. Now, what you want to say, Africa? When your birthday? I'm just trying to say, and I don't know her that well. I just know her from being his child, but I understand. Thank you very much, sis. But just stay focused on what you're doing and don't let anybody hold you or suppress you in. I'd have to write it all down and break it down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to break it down. We're gonna do a private reader. I'll give you a reading before I leave. No, we're gonna drop that reader for you. All right. Thank you. Even the dog got vibration. I gotta break him down too. That dog got a vibration too. Dog got. Now this is my book. Numbers are simple. Relationships can be complicated. That's going to be coming out momentarily, so make sure you check that out. That's when I'm going to discuss all of the celebrities that I've written from Tyrese, everybody. That's going to be in that book. And, of course, let's go to the number 4s. Those born under the ears number of 4. Those born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st of the month. 22nd, like my friend Shaggy. December 4th, like Jay-Z, December 13th, like the one Jamie Foxx, the 31st, like a few friends of mine born on that 31st, but the 4s, this is the 4s. The lesser of the 4 is that y'all can be stubborn, jealous, depressed, imaginative, lazy, judgmental, controlling, stingy, argumentative, sensitive, moody, and self-hurting. I have to say so, self-hurting and moody is very important. I had to say this to those number 4. Number 4s have to be able to trust people and tell what's in their mind because they can lead themselves to hurting themselves. When I say self-hurting, it can be suicidal. That's known as a suicide number. So you have to be very mindful. So anybody that has a parent that's born under any of those numbers, especially the 4, 13, 22, or 31st, I always tell them to be very mindful of them because if they weren't taught how to express themselves, the one that expresses themselves the most is the one that has the 3 attached to it or the 3 attached to it in the back here. But the ones that don't, the straight up 4s sometimes, the straight up 4s can be very moody and they can go through a various amount of moves, and they will shut down on you, and you can't let them shut down. You have to let them, and if they can't talk to you, let them, as children, write it out to you. Let them do something. Do not let a number 4 child just stay angry and in their moods. You got to let them out. Please, because anytime I've heard about certain people trying to hurt themselves through suicide or attempt suicide, I always see 4s in their names, heavy 4s in their names, like 3 to 4 4s in their names. That means they could have double M's and all kinds of stuff in it. And I will get into that word game after. But check this out. The greater of you, the 4, remember how to be organized, reliable, conservative, steadfast, hardworking, determined, loyal, practical, patient, logical, honest, disciplined, endurance, and service, and trusting. One thing about you 4s, in order for y'all to be successful, you have to stay focused, you have to stay organized, and you have to be clear in your communications with people. In other words, you got to learn how to dot every I and cross every T. People like Paul Mooney, born on August 4th, if you heard his story and his history, people cry when they hear Paul Mooney's old biography, his whole history, because he's been through a lot as a number 4. You know what I'm saying? He's been through a lot in his life as a number 4, and he kept it in. And what has made him survive all of that is because of comedy opened up the floor for him to say and what he does. Barack Obama too. Let's be under no illusion. That number 4, he's born August 4th also. He was also under a lot of stress, and you could tell as a number 4 as a child, because of course being biracial and everything else. And those things can corrupt you. Those things can hurt you. I remember one time when I was young, I was so dark, people used to tease me when I was young that I almost hurt myself. Come to find out, when I researched it, I was in my number 4 month going into my 4th year when I actually went and studied it. So I understand this number can be very detrimental, and that vibration of that number can be very detrimental if you're not guided to the positive of it. And that's why I'm all about helping people. It's not about how much I know. It's how much I care about you. And that's why if you can call me and get a reading. My readings are only $2 a minute, minimum of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But I drop it for you, and I really go. And I even go over the time. If you're doing 10 minutes, I go over the time because I want you to get it, especially if you're dealing with children, especially if you're dealing with your relationships. I really want you to get it. I'm like, I keep on referencing this sister and her child, but all these other sisters and brothers that's telling me about relationships, I talk about them. I lay it down to them. I let them know that, look, this is going to be a compromising relationship. Y'all sure you want to do this as a relationship or do it as business? Because y'all are better off in business. I got to let them know this. You have to let them know this. Any numerologists that don't let them know this, that's not being real with the people. You got to tell them what's the deal. If that person is for you, because some people get together just because of looks, or some people get together because the sex was great, and then after they have this baby and all this, all of a sudden this guy is killing you, or this guy is threatening you, or beating the hell out of you because you didn't know his history. That's why I say numbers are simple, people are complicated. Sometimes people have baggage that they bring in from their family that disrupt your relationship. Y'all are supposed to heal each other. But if one person is willing to heal and the other person ain't ready to heal, then it ain't going to work. It's like you trying to go save a crackhead. If that crackhead don't want to stop being a crackhead, he ain't going to stop being a crackhead. That's it. And he's going to bring you to it. And that's what you got to be careful of. And that's why I break that. That's why I use numerology as one of the tools to help understand myself and my family and my friends around me. That's real. For business, those that are 4s, you can deal with number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For marriage, 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. And for romance, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Harmony with the people in the months of February, August, and June. Challenges with those on the 6th, 8, and the 3rd of any day, or what adds up to 6, 8, and 3rd. So you got to be mindful of those. Those are the challenges. They can challenge you, like I said earlier, can challenge you for the good or the bad. And people born in February, June, that's a mistake. That February is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be June, August, and September. Now, that's that because February is the harmony already. But June, August, and September, those are the real months that you can deal with people. Here we go. Going into number 5, those born on the 5th, the 14th, and the 23rd of the month. Big up to my man. 14. I forgot his name, but I'll get that. The lesser of you, number 5, self-indulgent. Now, what we want y'all to do, for Sonetta listeners and people that are watching, y'all can text your birthday, the day you was born and the month you were born, or call in and I'll break down what you're going through for this year real quick and what you need to do. You can do that, and I'll be happy to deal with you anytime. And I'll break it down real quick. It won't, because I'm going to rush through everybody and break it down what you should do for this year. And if you need to do an extensive reading, then you call me. My number is 347-496-1022. Don't call me now. You can call Sonetta and we can do something real quick for you. But after we break down this presentation, then we're going to go into that real quick before I get out of here, because it's going on 5 o'clock and I don't want to interrupt the family gathering when they come together. All right. Now, the number 5, those are air numbers born on the number 5, 14th, or 23rd. Self-indulgence is the lesser you. Overindulgence, irresponsible, inconsistent, fickle, unreliable, jealous, depressed, impulsive, wasteful, vain, moody, critical. The negative, the positive of it. Oh boy, somebody calling already. Yeah, not yet. The greater of you is being adventurous, dramatic, exciting, flamboyant, sexual, passionate, intelligent, versatile, adaptable, free-thinking, creative, inventive, and humorous. Now, anybody born under the number 5 or that vibration number 5, let me tell any one of y'all that's dealing with a number 5, you got to understand that they love their freedom. You got to let them be free in order for you to keep them. Number 5 don't like no clingy people hanging on to them. You can't cling on to a number 5. Leave them alone and let them go. Now, the sex might be crazy and crazy and out of this world, but 5 need to move about and change. They're changeable. They're quick. They shouldn't even marry at young if they're not ready for it. They shouldn't marry young at all.
My man P.U.P.
P.U.P., what's up?
That's the one that made the video with me. His birthday is
Oh, he's 28?
Yeah, 7th month.
Oh, he Leo. Oh, he a leader, man. He a leader. That's okay, good. 28. All right. POP, you going into your number 8 year this year. Money, executive. 28. 28, yeah, the 28, yeah. So you 7 and 2 plus 8 is 1. That 1 and that 7 is an 8. Remember, you're going into your number 8 year this year as your birthday come in. So what you need to do is focus on your business and your enterprise. Take it to the next level. I know who he is. I know he is. He's going to be a leader at whatever he do, because he's a Leo. And the number 1, that 2-8, is one of the leadership numbers. But also number 2-8 is a divorce number. So relationships are something else for you, sir. You got to be a little more sensitive to who you're with if you want to maintain this relationship. And you know, Leos like to rule and control stuff. So you need to be patient with whoever you're with. They got to be patient with you, but you got to be patient with them, because 28 in numerology is known as the divorce number. I'm just letting you know. So stay focused. P-U-P. That's right. Stay focused. I know the arguments could go there, but look, just stay focused. If she's with you, I wish I knew her birthday, then I can see how it works and why it's working. So I can show you how it can work. So when you get a chance, you contact me, brother. There's no problem. Now, those born under the number 5, business for you, please, you can deal with the number 1, 3, 4, other 5, 6, 7, 9 for marriage and romance, all except number 3 and 8. Y'all get along with everybody except 3 and 8. So in harmony with those born in February, May, June, September, and October. And challenges are the people born under 3 and people born under the 8. And the people born in the months of January, March, and December. Let's go to the number 6. Those born on number 6, like my beloved Queen and Empress. Big up to you, girl. Majida, she probably tuned in. 6 is an earth number. Those born on the 6th, 15th, and 24th. The lesser of you, the negative of you, is being irresponsible, cynical, jealous, worrying, wasteful, meddling, nagging, stifling, selfish, self-righteous, unwilling to service, and of course, unbalanced. And of course, he's a number 6.
Let me ask you for this, man. My boo-boo is at work. She said, my queen Sapphire. She said, "Sir, please ask him for me. I'm at work." So my boo-boo at work right now. You know what I'm saying? May 29th.
May 29th?
May 29th. What's up with May 29th?
First of all, you need to drink a lot of water. Water should be a Gemini, of course, you love to get around and do your thing, but you should be drinking a lot of water. 29 is a health number that needs to, and it adds up to the master number 11. You could accomplish whatever you want. You're very intuitive. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition, because most time when you follow your intuition, you was right on it. When you went against your intuition, you messed up. That you tell me that later. But also, you're going into the year, let me see, 11, that's 2 and 5. You're going into a number 7 year. This is a good year for you to travel overseas if you want. A good year for research and going back to school and studying more to take you to the next level of whatever business or whatever you're part of. But traveling would also help you with your spiritual development, because this number 7 year is more about introspecting, remembering what you did in your life and your past, and introspecting all the stuff that you did in your past and looking over your life, because you want to go to another level and you want to keep on going on the next cycle to the next level. So that 29 Gemini, big up to you all the time. That's May 29th. So big up to you all the time, sister. Just stay focused and keep on motivating the people. And remember, drink water, at least half your body weight in ounces of water, because your number rules the stomach. 2 + 9 = 11. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 rules the stomach, and it can attract ptomaine poison, stomach problems, gastric problems. So please take care of that. All right. Big up to you, 29. All right. Let's finish off the 6. This is the greater you: self-orientated, peacemaker, unselfish, sympathetic, home-loving. It's not surprising that son set up his business in his home. Not surprising. He'd rather be at home than be out there in the street, tell you the truth. That's
real talk.
He'd rather be. He's home-loving. He's spiritual, intellectual, intelligent, artistic, harmonizer, a counselor, sensual, magnetic love. We don't know that's his business. He's sensual. He's doing his thing. That's what he loves to do. Keep it moving. But people that you're supposed to be in business: 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Now think about this, you don't see 1 up there, right? Mm-hmm. But you see 8 and you see 3, 6. I think Polite's life path is a 6, and my life path is an 8. So for business, we can work because our life path is there to work with you. For marriage, 2, 3, 6, 8, maybe, but it's only because you're a business head and you would want to work with an 8. That's the only reason that you were. And plus, that's an earth number. Earth number is an 8, but not really a good steady relationship with 8. And anyway, you're not dealing with an 8 anyway. You're dealing with a 2. Stay focused. We ain't going there. All right. Romance: 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. For harmony, Mars. People born in March, May, July, October, and December are good. The challenges has been the ones people born on the 4, the 1, and the 8s. And remember, January, February, and August are also challenge months for you to be careful in those type of months. Those people born on the 6. All right. Bang. Let's go back to 7. People born on the number 7, born on the 7. Oh yes. Hold on. I got to go back to my boys. The twins are born on the 14th. That's right. November 14th. Got to big them up. That's right. Multi-talented. They doing well. They big up to the twins, KTL. Multi-talented. The Redfield, they multi-talented. Yeah, they love to travel. They like to move around. They're very adventurous. But you got your lesser you and you got your greater you. We're going to move on. We already did that already. We're just coming out. We're going into the 7 already. So 7's negative. Those born on the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th. Secretive, lonely, critical of self, depressed, moody, shy, slow-moving, cold, insecure, fearful, over-analytical, standoffish, and devious. Now, I've known 7s to check themselves into an insane asylum because of depression. Check themselves into an insane asylum. Because 7 is like the number 4 is one of those numbers that think so deeply into themselves. They worry so much when all they really have to do is think positive and keep on a positive affirmation and listen to positive affirmation or listen to positive messages every morning to keep them on board. Because according to MIT, it says it takes 16 positive to knock out 1 negative, according to their studies. 16 positive to knock out 1 negative, because in this universe or in this city, in these cities, there's so much negativities in these cities. So they got to constantly bombard their head. Them and number 4s have to constantly bombard their head with positivity. And now, like I was saying, with your sister born on 2/9, May 29th, she has to stay focused in this year. But traveling is going to help her. If she travel across the seas to some distant land where she can go and just relax and be at the beach and write a little and research a little about certain things, study different things, wherever she is going into a number 7 year. So I want her to stay focused also, because this 7 year can lead you into depression and moodiness also. The greater of the number 7, people like Phil Valentine is born on the 16th. People like Booker T. Coleman is born on the 16th. People like Lloyd Strayhorn is born on the 16th. The greater of you is the spiritual, mystical, intuitive, philosophical, intelligent, analytical, healer, introspective, artistic, psychic, sympathetic, and trusting teacher. So remember, you number sevens, this is what your greatest great is. Study that and understand that. Please remember, for business, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
6, 6.
6, 6. As long as it ain't 666. No.
That's not a 7.
They mean that personalities are number 6.
Yeah, 6.
They're going into a number 3 year this year, which is good. So they're June 6th. They're June 6th. They June 6th. Oh, they June 6th, and they're going into a number 3 year this year. So what I suggest for them to go and write more, to do what they love to do as far as art is concerned, to express and expand in whatever job they want. This is a good year for them to ask for a raise or step out and do something else in another business, doing something for themselves as far as business, because that's the 3 is connected to the Jupiter energy, and the Jupiter deals with expansion and growth. So they need to grow and expand, especially in this year. This is the year to do it for them. So who's that you was talking about, brothers? Family? Yeah. Okay. For marriages, for those who are born on the 7, 2, 1, 4, and 7. Romance, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. Harmony, people born in February, May, July, and August. And challenges are those born in the 8th and 6th, and January, April, and November also challenged. But I always tell people, if you're dealing with those people that are challenged to you, please know that they could be positive challenges to help you get to where you got to go, but not get into any relationship as far as a deep relationship with them, or they can be negative challenges. Just monitor who you are getting with, and that's what numerology helps you to do, to monitor different people and different vibrations that comes around in your circle, in your universe. Going to the 9, the 8, sorry. 8 is an earth number. Those that are born on the 17th and 26th of any month. Dr. York born June 26th. Big up to him. Brother Rich is born September 17th. Big up to him. Of course, those number 8. The negative of you number 8, being bully, rebellious, anger issues, money issues, greedy, power hungry, vain, dictatorial, depressed, scheming, oppressive, unscrupulous, and egotistical. That is the negative of the number 8. The positive number 8 is authoritative, executive abilities, organized, practical, fame, power, charitable, leadership, spiritual, humanitarian, helpful, ambitious, and successful. That is the number 8. And remember, those that you can go in business with is number 1 is underlined, and 4 and 5 is underlined, because those can still be your stretch, but business is all right for a limited time. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Marriage, 3, 6, and 8. Romance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Harmony, people born in the months of January, March, May, October. And the challenges are those that are born under number 4, 1, and 5. Now, number 4, which is so interesting, 4 is a multiple of 8, but in Western numerology, they say 4 is a challenge because it can create some kind of disruption between the 2, the 4, and the 8. But that has not been that has not been the case in ancient time, because the 4 and the 8 that is most successful now, that we all know of right now, is Barack Obama, born on the 4th of August, and his wife, born on January the 17th. That's a 8 and a 4 dynamic. That is a successful couple. Yes, they got their problems. Yes, the pillow talks might be crazy. Yes, it's a business arrangement, but yes, it can work only through business arrangements like that, and that's why it's working out so well between, and it's a Capricorn and a Leo. Go figure. Them two, an earth and a fire, is very hard to work with. But what makes it work is the business acumen for those two.
Let's get back to this. My man PUP.
What did he say?
Remember when you broke down his birthday and you said, yo, you could get divorced. You got to be cool. So that's his queen right there. His wife.
She's a Gemini, which is good. PUP, right? PUP. What's good is that she's an air sign and you're a fire sign. That's a good thing. They work together in harmony. 2s always are there to serve the number 1. Now, just don't let your arrogance limit her, because she's a very loving person, very special person, and she is there as an airside to feed your fire. And her number 2 is always, that's the type of woman that you need to give 2 hugs, 2 kisses every day. You gotta show her appreciation as a Leo. Stop thinking everybody gotta be your damn servant. You got to show you got to show her that you appreciate her.
We know the Leo. Polite is a Leo.
But you see, but Polite, he's very subservient to his. Yeah, he had to serve them. That's why the black woman as God was very important. That's why it's very important to promote. That woman is a goddess to you, brother. You got to respect her for that. And if she has children for you, make sure you show appreciation for her for having those children, for bringing those children through her vortex. Very important that you do so. So it's a good, air and fire is good relationship, man. Good relationship. I like that. All right, Pete. That's the balance of it. All right, so let's go into this number 9 dynamics. People born on the 9th of any month, the 18th or the 27th of the month. Big up to you all the time. Of course, we're going to check this out. Now, the lesser of you is being impulsive, argumentative, combative, self-pity, heartless, narrow-minded, emotional, selfish, aimless, controlling, wastefulness, and bitter. The positive of you, the great of you is intelligent, humanitarian, courageous, spiritual, adventurous, inspirational, creative, loving, passionate, psychic, and philosophical, and universal. So number 9, you could do business with number 1s. 2 is all right, but they're a challenge to you. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 4, 7, and 8. They're also challenges to you, so you got to be careful of that. Also, the marriage part, you can marry the 1, 3, 6, or 9. Romance, 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9. Harmony with those born in the months of June, October, and December. And the challenges are 2, 7, and 4, and 8 in a minor level. So, and also people born in January and July. So you got to be mindful of that, number 9.
All right, hold on. I got another boo-boo out there. You know I'm a polygamous man. I got another boo-boo out there. My sister, my queen, Lolita. Lolita, 1218. 1218.
1218. Now you are a Sagittarius, number 18. And the year that you're going into right now, 9, 10, 11. Let me see. 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold on one second. 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going into a number 3 year, Lolita. You're coming out of a number 2 year, going into number 3. Now, matter of fact, this year, 2015, coming towards your birthday now, you're still in a number 2 vibration that deals with relationship, companionship, also being very sensitive, sometimes a little emotional. Certain things might be going on that's between you and your creator. Also, number 18, you got to learn to see things to completion. Don't start and stop things. Always see it till it's finished. Very important. Be mindful of spicy food. And this year is also.
If you use ClickFunnels or another funnel building software, and you want to predict how profitable your funnel is going
a year that you got to drink lots of water and get ready to expand into this number 3 year. So you're going into a number 3 year as your birthday starts to come in. You're feeling the effects of this number 3 year. So what you need to do is expand in whatever business you want to get into, or whatever your job description, expanding it. The only way you expand it is by learning more about it so you could take it to the next level and not be expendable. Expand. Number 3, also be careful of your nerves. You don't want people to get on your goddamn nerves. You don't want people to get on your nerves. So you got to be mindful of people getting on your nerves. You know, you will take it there if somebody bring it to you, because you're born under that number 18, which will take it there. That 1 is a leadership number. That 8 is an argumentative number. So we got to make sure you don't take it there. So they got to keep you at peace in a loving manner. We got to keep you in a humanitarian, loving way on this side instead of get you on that combative, argumentative, impulsive side. You got to, because number 18, especially men, number 18 men, they always think they're God's gift to women. They're the best thing since ice cream. They think they're the best things of ice cream. But the women are very sensitive, very loving, and sometimes, Lolita, it's hard to find people that you really trust. You got to be very careful of the people because you're very intuitive. So you know who's who and what's what. But because you have that 8 energy in you, 8 always look for loyalty. Loyalty is the prime perspective of that number 8 in your 1-8 dynamic. And with that 1-8 dynamic that equals a 9, you have to see it. You have to exude love, universal love. I suggest you learn another language if you don't know a language now. Languages will help you prepare you to another money level in whatever business you're in. Whether you learn Spanish or French, I suggest you learn another language and plus your Sagittarius like to expand and grow. So in order for you to expand more, I suggest you become bilingual. Even if you learn Spanish, it's good for you. Anytime I see people with a number 9, they attract white, black, Chinese. They attract all types of people. They're universal. They're truly a universal people, the number 9. So enough respect to you, my sister. Big up to you.
Another brother real quick.
Uh-oh.
His number is 8
Leo.
2
Leo.
89. 82.
All right, well, I'm going to deal with what year you're going into. You're going into a number 1 year. This is a good year to start a business for you, Leo, number 2. Business. Good year to start your own business. And if you're not going to start if you have a job already, start a business on the side, but do something that you love to do. Remember that. Do something that you love to do. Right now, you're still in a number 9 year, so you have to get rid of all the people that you don't need to be around, places you don't need to hang around, things that are not assets to you. Get rid of all the liabilities that's around. I don't care if it's family or friends. This is the time to do it before your birthday come in on August the 2nd because you're going into this new dynamic. And if you're in a relationship, renew vows. If you're not in a relationship, you're more than likely going to find somebody. If you haven't already found somebody new, I'm telling you, this is a nice year for you already, my brother. Let me go into this next one.
One more, man. I mean, she know I can't never say no to her. My boo-boo again.
Another boo-boo?
Yeah, another boo-boo. Sapphire again. Sapphire said, "Sir, can you please ask him June the 18th?
Woo!
June the 18th."
Another one. June the 18th. Yeah, she's a Gemini. Yeah, she's a Gemini just like you. Girl, what you know?
I said you on it, baby. That's what I'm saying.
June the 18th?
Lisa said right there.
Got you. June the 18th. What's up, girl? You all right?
All right.
She said thank you. I love you. Thank you, sister. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay.
Now I'm dealing with June the 18th right now, right?
Dealing with June the 18th.
You're going into your number 6 year, sis. Right now, you're at a crossroads with your life. You don't really know where you want to go because you're still in the number 5 going into your number 6.
Sis, it could be a brother. She just said, just deal with that number.
Okay, well, whoever that is, all right, whoever it is, all right. I'm just letting you know that you're in a crossroad. That person is in the crossroad of their life because really they're in their number 5 energy before their birthday come on that day, June the 18th. They're in their 5 energy going into a number 6. When you're in the number 5 year, a lot of things come in multiple, a lot of ideas come to you. I suggest that they write down their ideals and either go to school for something that they want to do or what they've always wanted to do that will take them to the next level. Why I say this? Because a 6 year is a year of balance and harmony, but it's also a year of education. Taking a few courses, not necessarily going back into school full-fledged, but taking a few courses to take you to the next level of your job description or whatever business. That's what that person born on June 18th should do because they're entering a number 6 year. And 6 is my art. You seek balance. They got to seek balance and harmony within their life. And like I said, it's a crossroad of their life. That is the 5 and 6 are the middle numbers in the numerology cycle. Those are the numbers that you know that there's a crossroad. A lot of sensuality, a lot of sexuality is coming. A lot of people is going to come. A lot of relationships might come your way from the 5 going to the 6, but there's one you might choose. And if you already have one, just reestablish it, maintain a more harmonious and more loving relationship with that person. But it is an educational year, and it is a year for harmony and balance for you who's going into this number 6 year. And of course, number 8, number 9s always see things to completion if they really want to. That's on one side. So I'm going into the 11, the master numbers. Number 11, people born on the 11th of any month, like Sam Cooke, like Minister Farrakhan. I don't care what, Elephant Man, the reggae artist. Number 11, this is what we're dealing. That's a master number. That master number, 1 + 1 is 2, which converts to the water number if not guided correctly. One thing I say about those born on the master numbers, they have a double dose of the number 1 energy that if they use it properly, they can accomplish what they will on this earth if they use it properly. By God's grace, they can accomplish anything they want. But usually, most of the master number people were not taught how to handle the master number 3. So some of them get depressed. So the negative of the number 11 is indecisiveness, lack understanding, aimless, shiftless, dishonest, cruel, deceptive, petty, insincere, bad temper, and careless. That is the negative of those born on the 11th of the month, because they start if they're following the lesser part of them, they will become a number 2, which all of this will fall in, but all of it will fall into a higher degree than the number 2 itself, because the number 1 in its negative has indecisive nature, has a lack of understanding, and is aimless. So what I said about that 11, you have to hone the talents of children born on the 11th or the 22 of the month. But the greatness of them is that they're inventive, they're intuitive, they're spiritual, they're persuasive, they're peacemakers, they're considerate, they're team workers, they're revealers of truth, they're artistic, they're idealistic, they're masters, and they should pay attention to their dreams and also watch out for people around them, because in numerology, under the tarot system, number 11s have to watch out for the deception of other people. So they got to be careful who they hang out with, who their friends are. That's who number 11. So if you have a number child born under number 11 or the number 2, more so than number 11, they got to be careful who they hang out with, and you got to be mindful as parents to watch out for who they hang out with, because usually the people that they hang out with don't mean them no good as a number 11. For business, people born on the 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, sometimes 8 and 9 and 11 are good for you. For marriage, people born on the 1, 2, 7, 11, those are good marriages for you when you want to work it right. For romance, 2, 3, 7, sometimes 8 and 11. And of course, 11 in harmony, those people born in the months of March, May, July, August, and October, they're good for you. Challenge months or challenge days are the people born on the 9 and 8, and those people born in the month of April and November. Now we're going to do this the last one. This is the last master number. The number 22 is an air number. People born on the 22 of any month is a master number. Like my man, born Allah, born Master Allah, born on the 22 of September, like my sister. Big up to you, born Master Allah, born God Allah. Bring up to him. He did a great job up here too, man. It's enough to him. He's a master, and it's not by coincidence he called himself master when he's born on the master number. Shaggy's born on the master number October 22nd. Beanie Man born on the August 22nd. Mr. Bogle, who died, who was the originator of the Bogle, everybody know about that reggae Bogle. He was born on the 22nd of October of August. So we got to monitor the master numbers. Anytime you see a child born on the master numbers, you got to influence him to always continue and never give up. Always show him how to build from a level, from the ground up, and continue, because master numbers can accomplish whatever goals they want to accomplish if they put it in their minds right to do it. Any number really can accomplish goals, but some numbers, some numbers in numerology has just that extra to it, that extra kick to it. And when you have a master double 2s, that's an extra kick to their intuitiveness, that's an extra kick to their structure, and the extra kick to their organizational skills. Big up to the guy that runs SOBs. He's born January 22nd. Big up to Perry, born January 22nd. Sometimes he messes up, sometimes he doesn't, but that's what it is. He just got to learn how to use that master number to be the very greatest self that he can be. Now, master numbers, the less of them is insensitive, criminal, indifference, schemer, vicious, inferiority complex, and crude. The greater of the number 22 is powerful, practical ideas, universal master builder, uplifting, international, enduring, and organized. For the business, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 22, they're good for business. For marriage, 1, 2, 4, 7, and 22, they're good for marriage. For romance, the 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 22. And harmony, February, August, and June, those are good harmonizing tracks.
Happy birthday to brother Reggie.
Reggie, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yeah, I can sing too, girl. What's up, man?
Hey, man, thank you very much for our this birthday salute. I appreciate it all, man. And we making history, all of us together. This family is incredible. You
Well, Reggie, you are in your number 3 year. This is a year of writing. You should really write your book. You should be really working on your book. And the debate should be very interesting because you're going to express yourself really very well during the debate because you're going in a repetition cycle when the debate comes about. So as you're going into your number 3 year, what you need to do is just make sure you dot every I and cross every T as you enter this debate. Remember, and see it to completion because you're number 9. Number 9 has to see things to completion and maintain universal love in the debate also. And you will get an upper hand if you know what you're doing, brother.
I have been doing that since picking up momentum.
Yes, sir.
So thanks so much for the proper reading. Y'all need to listen to King Simon. And I'm just so happy. Listen, April 10th, I don't know if this is a good number for me, but April 10th is going to be historic for our community.
Yes, sir.
They can snicker, they can laugh,
That's right.
but they have never seen them for much. I've been cutting through them, right? Just one man been cutting through them. They can snicker and laugh,
That's right.
but they ain't never seen this onslaught before.
That's
Yo,
right.
Reggie, did you see the interview with Brother Sharif in the house?
Yes, I've been watching it. I've been commenting it. I've seen their snickers and laugh, but I can tell you it is fear.
So you saying when you on April the 10th, that laughter is gonna wipe off their face, huh?
In the first 20, 30 minutes of my lecture, it is going to be horror for them.
Damn.
I asked them politely to reconsider, to let's go in the back room and say, but no, it is their ego. I don't have that type of ego. I reconsider everything. But I asked them politely and they laughed. So now all you see is fear. They can put on suits and ties, right? And their American, their Americanness of that part of the Moorish, save them. It will be the end of them. So they can say, they can call themselves a Moorish American all they want, right? But you can even look at their court cases. America does not love them. Why do they even bond themselves and call themselves a Moorish American? So April 10th will be historic and it will be the end of them. But in the meantime, we got Brother Polite debate, which is also going to be historic. So Sarnetta, King Simon,
Yes, sir.
Covenant, you're doing incredible things for our family. And you know what? You're feeding our family.
Yes, sir.
Feeding our family. And those other people, they come to our community to eat. We don't come to there. They have no food for us. They come to this house to eat. Right?
Yes, sir.
And on March 20th, with the help of King Simon and Sarnetta and New Covenant, lots of families are going to eat that day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if you understand your mathematics as a human being, you could turn up that dial. It's just that most of our people was taught against this due to religious, dogmatic stuff. But in the deeper spiritual aspects of religion, let's say the Gnostic Christians, or the Sufis in Islam, or the Kabbalists in Judaism, if you went there instead of staying on the layman's level, you would learn the numbers system.
Hi, I'm Lloyd Strayhorn, inviting you to heal with the numbers and cards in person at the Circle of Cosmic Consciousness Retreat in New Orleans. Go to stshealing.com to learn from the Masters, Aquarius Maximus, King Simon, Nina Diamond, Jazz Aphrodite, and myself. Don't forget, New Orleans, August 17th through the 20th at the Cosmic Consciousness Retreat. Register now at stshealing.com. That's stshealing.com. See you there.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. It's important to release past trauma, especially if it runs in your family. I had the opportunity the other day just to talk to my father, and he was telling me about past trauma between him and my mother. And tears welded up in my eyes and come to realize that, these people have gone through their own stuff. Do not claim their own stuff. What they went through is not what I'm going through. But be willing to cleanse and remove and let go of not just your traumas that you feel you've gotten from your mother and father, but generational trauma that has been passed down from generation to generation. Let go and let God. When things go wrong, don't go with it. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Baker. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerology for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.